Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little eyeshadow tutorial, a little get ready with me style. I'm going to be trying some new products that I got from e.l.f. and using some products from my project pan. If you like this type of video, definitely give me a like and subscribe, and I'm ready to just jump right into it. I already did my brows. I used my NYX Thick It Stick It brow gel. I use Cool Ash Brown, and I'm primed with my Milano eyeshadow primer. And today for my eye look, I'm going to be using the September Rose Brew palette. This is from my Project Pan if you've been watching those videos. My focus shade this month is Classic Chai. I have an eye look I've been doing with this palette that I've really been loving, so I'm going to show you that today. Using Classic Chai, this Rooibos shade. It's kind of like a deep plummy purple, and sweet tea. Maya jumped up to say hi. Say hi, Maya. You gotta get down. Okay. Alright. Let's get into it. I desperately need to wash my brushes, so we're roughing it today. I'm gonna dip into French vanilla right here and just kind of run that through my crease. Give me a good little baseline to blend on top of. I'm just gonna kind of fluff this through. I think I'm gonna do one eye at a time just for the sake of not making this video a million years long, and to help me when I'm editing. So I'm gonna take a smaller fluffy brush. There it is. This little Real Techniques fluffy brush, and go into Classic Chai. The thing I love about this look that I'm doing today is it just like really makes green eyes pop. I'm just gonna kind of fluff that through my crease, blend it out. It's gonna kind of act as my transition. We're going to be hearing from Maya a lot today, I think. So hopefully you're a fan of that. She's very vocal this morning. Okay, something like that. And then I'm gonna dip into Sweet Tea right here, this kind of like soft red. And I'm gonna kind of work that just in the very socket of my eye. Blend that out. Just kind of like light little swiping motions. Kind of like that. And then I'm going to take my big fluffy brush and then just go back. Blend back and forth. No additional product. I might take a little additional product. I might dip back into Classic Chai. And just buff that all over top. Sometimes all blending is just going back and forth with different shades, kind of layering over top. I really forgot how much I loved this palette. I know it's like an older palette and it's from a brand that's like no longer available, and that does really make me sad, but like this was my go-to neutral palette for a while. And I love it. Okay. So for the crease, or not the crease, the outer corner, if I could talk, I'm gonna go into Rooibos. The same smaller brush, gonna kind tap out the excess, and I'm just gonna kind of plop that in the outer corner. Gonna kind of try to lay it at a diagonal, because that's gonna help us with blending later. I'm gonna kind of make a wingy shape as I kind of go outwards. I'm gonna go back in with my fluffy brush. Just kind of soften that transition. A lot of these shades blend really easily too. Like, that did not take very long at all. Might take just a little more and kind of intensify it. Okay, so for the lid, I've been loving all matte looks recently, especially with this palette. So I think for the lid I'm gonna do French vanilla as well. But for a base, I'm gonna kind of cut my crease with a little bit of concealer. So I'm gonna take just a tiny flat brush and just a little tiny bit of concealer. Not a lot at all. And then I'm gonna kind of plop that on the lid. Gonna open my eye to get it to transfer, and then just carve that out. Gonna lightly drag it to meet that rooibos shade. I'm actually not sure how you pronounce that. Is it rooibos? Like the tea? I've had the tea before, but I'm actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm kind of unsure of the correct pronunciation. Sometimes when I'm watching YouTubers and they don't know how to pronounce something, I'm kind of like, well, you could look it up before you do the video, but I guess like when you're in the moment, you're like, holy shit, I've never said that out loud before. All right, so for the lid, French vanilla. I'll load my brush up with that. Just kind of start packing it over top of that concealer. I think my cat is trying to escape. She'll get out. She'll figure it out. She's a can-do type of woman. You got it, Maya. I believe in you. There we go. Go back in with that little fluffy brush and just kind of mix those shades together, just lightly fluffing over that transition just to get kind of like a softer blend. Okay, here's where we're at so far. I'm gonna bring my other eye up to speed, let the cat out, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I finished the other eye. I added some winged liner, and now I'm ready to do the foundation. So today I'm trying out the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I've been using this for about a week now, and I'm really liking it so far. Underneath it, I have the Naturium Dew Glow Moisturizer in SPF 50. This looks ultra glowy when you first put it on. It's sat for a while I did my hair and while I did everything else, and so it's a little more absorbed and a little more subdued, but I'm really liking it so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and dot some of this on, start blending it out. The first day I used this, I did get like a little bit of creasing, and a little bit of cakiness, but I think that was more due to the powder. I'm going to use the new e.l.f. powder. I'll show you here in a minute after I get this all blended in, but I'm really liking the foundation so far. I've tried it with a few different bases, and I've used it with my loose powder as well. So I think like the creasing that I got the first day, I think that was because of the powder. I found a sponge in my drawer. I was kind of excited to have a sponge again. I've been using a brush for foundation the past like month or so, but I think really truly I prefer a sponge. I just think it's so much easier. Something, I don't know, maybe it's just more pleasing like sensory wise, but yeah, definitely prefer a sponge. Happy to have a sponge again. I do just like a little more in through here. And kind of blend that in. My cat left. I opened the door to let her out, and then she has since arrived again. She's sitting off to the side. Hope you can hear her. Okay, so I'm going in with my, I probably should have mentioned this, my Milk Future Fluid Concealer. This is my favorite. I kind of blend it under the eyes. I'm using a brush for this too, and it's just so much easier with a sponge. Yes, we hear you. Hello. Hello, ma'am. She sees the shiny reflections of the packaging on the wall, and so she gets like crazy. Blending this out. Okay, so I think I want to do cream blush before I go in and set my face. So I'm going to be using my AF94 Savor cream blush. This is also part of my project pan. We're getting a use on it today, so I just kind of put it in the hollow of my cheek. I'll put like a little bit on my nose, a little bit on my chin, sometimes even a little bit on my forehead. I have a big forehead, so you know. What's my brush? Like I said, I desperately need to wash my brushes today. It's high up on the agenda. I'm gonna kind of blend this out, and then tap it out, and we'll do the new powder. And she's just hanging out right next to me. You're such a good supporter, Maya. I'm gonna kind of buff this out. I feel like I have kind of a chill day ahead of me. My partner is gone. I'm gonna do my nails, probably do some Pilates. I like Pilates now. Was never somebody that was very into Pilates, but I do it on Peloton. But there were these classes that have like yoga and Pilates together, and I really like yoga, so I tried one of those just for the sake of, and it was really challenging, and I took the class and I was like, oh my god, I need to try taking this again, because it was very, very hard. And so I repeated it a bunch of times, and now I'm trying new Pilates classes, and I'm really liking it, so I'm definitely going to do that today. Probably do some reading. I started Skeleton Crew by Stephen King recently. It's a collection of short stories. The Monkey is coming out, the movie, so I wanted to read the short story before we go see that. So yeah, that's what I'm up to today. So I'm going in with my powder now. This is the new e.l.f. Halo Glow pressed powder in Fair Neutral Cool. They include a powder puff. I used it the first couple of times. I just do not like this for applying powder. It's super tiny and just kind of cheap. I'm just not a fan. So I'm going to go in with a brush because that's just the way I like to do things. I'm actually going to go in with this like kind of mini brush. This is like a spectrum brush. But I like how small it is for like under the eyes. I think that's nice. I'm gonna kind of smush it in. Precision powdering. This is the term for what I'm doing. Going through here, because when I get creasing, it's almost always like here and like under here. But being careful to not go in with too much, because in through here is kind of where I get my cakiness. So trying not to go overboard, but making sure everything's kind of set down the way it needs to be. But I like this foundation. I like that you get kind of like a little skin-like feel. Just a little subtle hint of glow. I do sometimes tend to get oily. I'd say I have like normal to sometimes oily skin. So it doesn't end up looking like a grease ball by the end of the day. That looks good. Feels not tacky or still wet. I think we're good there. We can move on to the under eyes. What am I gonna do? I did a brown liquid liner. I guess I could get closer. I did a brown liquid liner, so I think I'm gonna go in with a brown pencil for the lower lash line. This is the NYX Epic Smoke. What shade is this? Mocha Match. I don't even know if they still carry this. I don't even know if it's still around. NYX has a tendency to drop products that are just great, and then they will just discontinue them. They will just snatch that product you loved right off the shelves. And that is my bone to pick with NYX. I do feel like they do that though. I'm kind of like, I was mildly interested in those buttermelt blushes and the bronzers too, but I'm just kind of like, do I want to get too attached? Because they're just gonna get discontinued. Okay, I'm gonna take like a tiny flat brush. This is a Forever Old Wet n Wild brush. Go back into Rooibos. Gonna blend that over top of the brown. This liner is definitely meant to be smoked out, so it'll kind of like smudge and blend together with that shadow. Trying a different method of pushing my hair back for this. I got these little crocheted barrettes. We got these at a craft fair. When was that? That was probably last spring. It's been a while. But yeah, I really like these. They're super cute. I always forget I have them. I never wear them out. I have Hello Kitty ones too. I'll have to maybe use those to push my hair back in another video. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the tiny brush, the tiny fluffy brush. Take just a little bit of sweet tea. Where's it at? Right here. And then probably mix it with classic chai. Tap it off. Just lightly buff it out. Kind of sort of something like that. I have a new mascara as well. Not that I feel like mascara is that exciting. It's the e.l.f. Lash It Loud volumizing mascara. It's okay. I'm not mad at it. I would still probably say I like the Big Mood better, but it's the mascara I have for now, so it's the one I'll be using today. I kind of feel like the hunt for the Holy Grail mascara for me kind of continues. I like the e.l.f. Big Mood. I tend to repurchase that one just because it's easy to find and it's not super expensive, but I think at the same time, like I could do better. You know what I mean? It's okay. It doesn't like knock my socks off. Where is that brush? Okay. I'm gonna take a short kind of flat brush, and for just a little bit of interest, I'm gonna go into iced tea. It's kind of like bright gold shade, and I'm just gonna kind of put it right on the inner part of my lower lash line. Just like a little pop of shimmer. Been really enjoying doing this lately. Just to kind of give it a little something. Is something reflecting on the wall? Are you getting crazy? She might be considering leaving. She probably also wants fed too, let's be real. I kind of just lightly drag it down to just kind of disperse it out. There we go. What am I doing on my inner corner? I'll use my highlighter palette for that, I think, but now I'm gonna do the mascara. Okay, mascara is on. I will scooch forward a little bit so you can maybe see the lashes. The more I play with this, the more I kind of think it has a tendency to get a little bit thick and spidery. You know, the spidery lashes where it kind of looks like spider legs. It's okay. Like I said, it's an okay mascara as long as I take maybe a spoolie and just brush through it. So moving on to the face. What do I want to do for blush? Do you have input, Maya? I think I'm gonna do the Aloha Honey blush from Colourpop. I used this, I want to say, yesterday, and I just beat my brush in there, and I got way too much product, so I'm gonna try to not do that today. Dip into it a little bit. Just kind of lightly blend her out. This is a really intense blush for my skin tone, but if I go into it kind of light-handed, I can make it work. I realized I was hunching down. I was like, sit up straight. Stay in frame. It's definitely a blush I kind of just have to go in with like layers. Get it blended out and built up the way that I want it. But I think it goes really well with this look. This like bright orange with that crease color. Goes together really well. Nope. Tap it out. Do not do yourself dirty. Tap the brush out. Fluff it out. There we go. If I top this with something like a little bit shimmery, what do I think? I'm pretty sure I did that yesterday. Even though I had absolutely no business going in with more blush. Oh, we should do some on our nose too. I can't not. Maya has thoughts about blushing your nose, don't you? The sun is shining off the mirror in here, that's why. Okay. So to soften this just a tad, because it's a little heavy right here, I'm going to go in with my sponge and just kind of smush that over top. Something like that. I feel like I could have just a little more out here. Just a smidge. Gonna lightly fluff into that. There we go. I like it. It's cute. I'm gonna go over it. I think I want to do just a little bit of Roseate Love by Oden's Eye. It's a really shimmery pink. I'm just gonna lightly tap into it. Kind of buff that over top. Use it kind of like a blush topper. Oh my gosh, Maya! She's insane. She's a crazy person. Put that on her nose too. And for highlight, another Project Pan. Oden's Eye Solmane highlighter palette. These, actually, full disclosure, some of the only highlighters that I have. So for today, I've been loving this kind of rosy gold shade. So we're gonna do that. I have a really big dip in this pan. I feel like I could pan this at any time. Just kind of swirl that onto the cheekbone. A little bit down the bridge of the nose. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna take a tiny brush, if I have a clean one, maybe, possibly. You know what, we're gonna use the finger. Just go a little bit on the ring finger. Oh no, she saw the shiny. And I'm gonna take that on the inner corner. Just kind of bring it all together. With the inner corner. So now for lips, what do I want to do? I do have a new lip oil from e.l.f. It's my first ever lip oil, because I was kind of like, lip oils, I'm not really that interested. I saw Juicy Jazz here on YouTube use this. This is Opal-ogy Tour. It's this like kind of bluish purpley lip oil. I don't know if it entirely goes with this look, but we can try it. We're here. We're trying new products. I actually have not tried this on yet, so I'm intrigued to see how it looks. It's very cooling. Get a little closer, you can see. It's pretty. I mean, looks mostly clear with just a slight tinge of like a bluish purple. I like it. It's pretty. I'll keep trying it. See if I like it. Alright, I'm gonna take these out of my hair, put my glasses on, and I will be back to wrap this up. Alright, I am back. I actually decided to do a final close-up before I throw my glasses on, but here is the finished look. I really, really love this look. I think it just makes my green eyes pop, and it's just amazing. I do all kinds of colors, I do all kinds of neutrals, but whenever I do something that just really meshes with my coloring, it's like hell yes. I have been loving it. Also, I don't know if I showed it off, but I'm in this Invader Zim shirt. I got this for Valentine's Day, and I really love it as well. But anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!